Larsa Pippen's behavior is the best thing to ever happen to Scotty Pippen Jr. Greetings to you all. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. Getting right into things. Now, I know that a lot of you are looking crazy. Y'all kind of got the screw face on me right now. Like, what in the world is Justin talking about? How in the world could this ever be the best thing to happen to Scottie Pippen Jr.? His reputation is being slandered. Sheer embarrassment. His mama has messed with teammates, all type of foolishness. You know, they talking about trading him from the team because she used to mess with one of his teammates. Now she going with somebody who's around his age, the son of a Michael Jordan. And it's just crazy to almost to the point where it's overshadowing his career. And how could this ever be anything good, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. When we look at what I like to refer to as game, which is nothing more than uncommon information, how the great Simple the P used to put it. It's typically only obtained in two ways, either by seeing and actually being able to obtain the information and utilize it accordingly, or you have to go through certain trials and tribulations in order to receive this information. You have to go through real life experiences in order to obtain this game. You have to go through real life lessons in order to know what to do. You have to bump your head numerous times in order to obtain this game. Now, to me, right now, Scottie Pippen is receiving a crash course in the ways of the woman. Let me say it a different way. Majority of NBA players, ball players in general, men of prestige, high earning men, they are literal tricks and licks for women. You know, if you are beautiful in any capacity, typically these men are your footstool. They're utilized to put you in a position to make a career for you in order to be a basketball wife, or give you millions of dollars and to suit your lifestyle. So literally, they're just a come up ticket, so to speak. Now, many men, and I saw Dion put it best when he was in an interview. He said that he actually brought Brittany Renner up to the school to speak to the students, to let them know the thinking of the woman. And this is so important because the athlete in general, or just the high prestige gentleman, often feels like he's that shit. He feels like this woman, because he's so used to winning, he's so used to having his way with women, that he feels like this woman actually loves him for him. It kind of sets aside that the position that he has, the ranking that he has in life, the fact that the clout that comes along with him. He kind of sets all this aside and thinks that this woman actually loves him for him, and it's easy to believe that. And so oftentimes, and Dion even said it best, that he wished he would have had certain information starting off, because it would have saved him millions of dollars. He would be a few more millions of dollars richer had he looked at women how he was supposed to look at them. And when he brought Brittany Renner, who, that's a story in itself, he brought her up to the school to let her know how she is looking at men. She kind of came up on PJ Washington, so she's having her own struggles with that, because she's choosing to be a public figure and go public with that and kind of make a career out of kind of being real and being honest about certain things. But that's not what we're speaking on today. The main thing I want you to glean from that is they deemed it that important to let the gentleman know. Dion, who's an excellent coach, brought her in to set these young men up for success, so that they wouldn't be a literal lick for all of these vultures, for all of these women who are literally looking with them as a come up ticket, for them not to be deceived. How does this relate to Scottie Pippen Jr., you might ask? Well, as far as with Scottie Pippen Jr., he is receiving a crash course right now. What Dion and brought Brittany Renner in to show and explain to these young men, he is receiving this lesson now, and this is a lesson that he will never forget. How much stronger, is the message being portrayed to him through the example of the woman who you love most. This is your mother, the woman's vagina who you came out of. You know, the woman who's literally fed you, who's been there for you all of your life. You know, you dare not go against her, but you know that this is goofy. You know that you see your mother getting passed around. You see her clout chasing. You seeing her doing all this type of foolish stuff, bringing shame literally to your family name, all to be relevant. You're seeing this. And if your own mother could go out like this young man is never going to forget that. Try as you might, but you're going to be hard pressed. The best of the best of women can come by and talk that shit to him like, Scotty, I just love you for you. I'll never leave you. Oh my God, I just want to be with you. Like, I don't care about your money. I love you. Like, if you didn't have any of this, I would still be with you. Like, I really just love you. Like, no, we don't need to sign a prenup. Like, I just want to have your child. Like, yeah, all this type of foolishness, all the, you know, that all this look good con game, all this look good you know, basketball G that these little women be spitting to these ball players and athletes and stuff. You know, to me, he's going to be hard pressed to fall for this because he has something so startling in his face. You know, he has one of the best examples that you could give, and going back to the beginning of the message, is only two ways that you typically can receive game, and that is by seeing and being able to apply information that you see based on somebody else's mistakes or that you've seen played out throughout life and how certain situations pan out. Or you can go through real life situations by bumping your head and seeing things, you know, from an up close and first person perspective, and being able to apply and utilize that information that you saw. You know, to me, this is going to stick with them much more than Brittany Renner coming and teaching them about the ways of women, because that might wear off. These young gentlemen still might feel that they're that shit. You know, that, man, that applies to them busters, man. I ain't no goofy, I ain't no sucker, and they end up getting played. But for this young man, he's going to always keep that in the back of his mind, to where even if it does happen to him, he's going to be fully aware of what's going on, and he will only have himself to blame. But, you know, that's my take on it, and just thought I'd put some interesting perspective on that. But, you know, we'll go ahead and leave it there for now. And of course, until next time, certainly tap in with me and let me know what you guys think. And as always, be blessed. One.